Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress, and I'm here with your monthly twin flame reading for the month of July. And what I'm doing this month, you might have followed me in the past, and what I usually do is I come out with a collective reading, general reading for both the masculine and feminine, and I compare those energies and I give you that kind of reading. And it's just collective, but this time I feel that, and then I break it down into the zodiac signs later on the following readings. But I feel like this time I'm going to go ahead and let you have it, pick a card, and we're going to go by element. So you can choose by element, or you can choose by any of these for any reason. So I'm going to be matching up the Wandering Star Tarot with the Star Spinner Tarot. So this will be one sign, and this will be or one element, and this will be another element. And you can decide if it's your element or your counterpart's element, or maybe you share the same element. And then, as usual, we're going to use the Romance Angels and also the Romantic Fairy. So you can look at it like masculine, feminine if you want to, or you can just put yourself where you see yourself, or neither of them, you know, just look at the comparison energies. So this is how I'm going to do this. When I say choose Earth, so I'll be reading for Earth signs, all Earth signs from Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and who else do we have? Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And right, and then, or if you choose fire, then you're Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, and air would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and water, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. And so so let's say you choose Earth because you're an Earth sign, then we would go into the two different decks, and one would be masculine and one would be feminine, and then you decide if you resonate with the masculine side or the feminine side, and whoever feels more like your counterpart can be the other person. So that's how that's going to work. So let's try it. This will be the first time I try this style, and I hope you like it. So you can choose by your element, you know, choose the one that you connect with. Also, I have corresponding numbers. I laid them out as 1, 2, 3, and 4, but also the numbers on them are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that could sway you. Also, you could choose just by just the energy, whatever you resonate with, whatever you feel connected with the most. Okay, so let's take a deep breath in, close your eyes, release your breath, open your eyes, and let your heart be drawn to the card that's meant for you. Let's begin. Okay, hi Earth signs. So that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I was stumbling because sometimes okay, so the way you order them, there's 4 sets of Earth signs or 3 sets of the other configuration where you have cardinal, mutable, fixed, and yeah, that's another. And then within those categories you have 4 signs. Anyway, so yeah, 4 elements, 3 signs in each element, or 4 of the other configuration and 3 signs in those. My math. So yeah, 3 times 4 is 12 signs. And here we go. Here we go. So what we're doing is a spread that I have in the back of my Enchanted Romance holographic deck booklet. And so we're comparing his feelings with her feelings, his thoughts, her thoughts, his hopes, her hopes, his actions, her actions, back and forth like that. So you might remember that if you've been here before, but if not, welcome, and definitely become a member if you're interested. Now, when I'm doing this reading, I'll be saying he and she, his and hers, just for simplicity's sake, but definitely be loose and ignore that if it doesn't resonate. just go with what resonates with you, okay? So we're going to do the masculine side first. And we're going to use the romance angels for a general message for the month of July, for earth signs, month of July. Okay. All right, what did we get? We got finances and career, so that's perfect for earth people. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So it looks like that you may not be all that focused on romance, and that's perfectly fine. You know, if you're in a twin flame connection and maybe you're in separation or non-communication, or there's just kind of a bit of a lull and you want to focus your attention on other facets of your life, doing that is great. It causes abundance in that area, which can cause the flow to reignite in your love life as well. And so I think that's a great way to focus your attention without going into like lack mentality and worrying over much about the outcomes, right? Let's see about what the feminines, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, what's going on with them. Okay, we have, divine timing. Your love life will soon experience a serendipitous event. So that's very exciting. Something actually could be something surprising. Something could be developing that you just didn't realize was on its way. All right, so let's go ahead and use the Wandering Star Tarot to get feelings of the masculine. What is the masculine feeling here for the divine feminine in the month of July? What are they feeling? The divine masculine, month of July. Here we go. All right. Ooh, we got the Wheel of Fortune right away. Very nice. So the feeling is like this is their destiny. This is your karma and this is your destiny. This is meant to be. You feel the divine masculine's feeling very fortunate to be in this connection, even with its ups and downs, despite some of the issues that occur that can be kind of complicated and you know, frustrating maybe. They still have an attitude of gratitude, which is beautiful. So they feel very fortunate. Let's see about the divine feminines. What are they feeling in the month of July towards the divine masculine? Earth signs. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, they have they keep coming out together. So this just to me makes me think divine pair, like counterparts, we belong together energy. So they're feeling we belong together. Very sweet. Let's see now what the divine masculine is thinking in the month of July towards his divine feminine. Earth signs. What is he thinking? Judgment. So as far as judgment concerned, it's they feel a sense of acceptance. It is, you know, they accept what it is, but they also want to achieve something more. It's like this desire to wake up, to rise up, to to listen to the call. It's kind of this, I'm thinking that I'm not going to just sit here and wait, but I'm going to wake up now, wake up to this experience. I'm waking up. All right, let's see now what the Divine Feminine is thinking in the month of July towards the Divine Masculine. They are thinking, okay. We got, I'll use this. Okay, the Six of Cups. So they're thinking, I feel a reunion coming up. I feel like a union or a reunion. Like we've known each other forever. We've been here, done this before. You might be sensing, or the feminines might be sensing, this serendipitous event that could be coming up for them. Like it's almost like a premonition, you know, the feminine intuition, just knowing something's about to happen. Okay, let's see now what the Divine Masculine, what their hopes and dreams and sometimes fears and knowing, like this section can be all kinds of stuff that comes out. Usually it's the hopes and dreams, but the word hope to me always lends sort of a place of doubt. And then if they know, they just know. And I feel like the Divine Masculines know a lot. Okay. Well, the hope is interesting. There's a lot of desire here. The fears could be about the shadow side. Their fear could be this feeling like they might be a little bit obsessed about the situation. But I think also a hope could be that they could make a physical connection here, and that they could have the tangible, that they could have the sensual and the touch, you know, the material connection. And so the devil, when the devil comes out in a twin flame reading, it's usually a good sign. To me, it represents that a physical union could be at hand. Something that was always, that's been in the spiritual realms might be coming down in the 3D. Now, if you are already typically a 3D couple, then having the devil here, or having the devil come out in your reading, could mean you might be overdoing the physical aspect of your connection. But if it's in the hopes and dreams, I feel like it is wishing, it's manifesting, wanting this to turn into something physical because it's been in the material and been in the spiritual too long. All right, let's see what the hopes are for the feminine here. What are the hopes for the feminine? Hopes and dreams, impossible fears. We have the Three of Coins. Okay, so the feminine as well is hoping for something tangible. Also creation. I love this kind of two-sided view of it. The Three of Coins represents creation. It represents cooperation, creating, putting two things together and creating a third thing. So oftentimes I see it representing fertility and making babies, but it could also represent that the masculine and the feminine here are two perfectly whole individuals, just like my rocks here, but when they come together, they turn into a greater whole. So it's like 1 and 1 is 3, but actually 1 and 1 is 1. So there's a lot of strange math when it comes to the twin flame connection. But yes, that's what's going on here. The feminine is, let's see, I want you to be able to see all the cards. The feminine is one. So their hopes here are that that also about the tangible. They just want the tangible as well. They want to create something with their masculines. They don't want to do this alone anymore. They want to come together and create something. Okay. So now let's see what the actions are going to be. So let's see what the divine masculine's actions are going to be towards the divine feminine. And we have the sun. Awesome. The sun is joy, happiness, clarity, abundance, energy, life, light. It's a very strong action card. It just means that everything is going to come into fruition, that everything that they dreamed of is going to happen. All the dreams are going to come true because of the sun coming through. It's like the sun is shining the brightest, happiest, most glorious energy on this manifestation, and it's bringing it to light. So let's see now. It's almost like the masculine can do physically things in order to make it happen, but this is pure spirit really making this manifest into reality. So let's see about the divine feminine. What are the divine feminine's actions here? Ooh, and she has the 9 of coins. So she is full of abundance. The actions for the divine feminine is seeing herself as whole and complete and perfect just the way she is, without any reservations, flaws, fears, anything, you know, and because of that positive attitude, then that's why she's getting exactly what she's asking for, what she's wishing for. Like, I'm not sure what charms to use. I think I'll use the Disney charms. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we have the male unicorn, which is very rare. But see, it's landing right on the bunny, so definitely this is the divine masculine here. We have Tinkerbell, which brings us the fairy dust, which is like a serendipity, you know, it's just the magic that happens. And it's all going to happen in perfect timing before that last petal falls. And as long as the feminine stays true to herself, speaks her truth, doesn't sell herself short, keeps in this high positive energy, seeing herself as abundant and whole all by herself, you're there. I mean, good job, earth signs. You're there. You totally got it. You totally got it. Okay, well, I'm going to move on now to the next. Okay, fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I'm going to use this little this spread, so comparing his feelings, her feelings, his thoughts, her thoughts, his hopes, her hopes, his actions, her actions, divine masculine and feminine, male, female, not always the same thing. Put yourself where you see yourself. And let's begin. We're going to use the romance angels for the divine masculine. I'm going to say he and she just for simplicity's sake, but ignore that if it doesn't resonate. Okay, let's see what the energy is for the divine masculine, fire signs. And we have finances and career. Again, all right, so the masculines are very focused on their finances in July. And it's okay. You can be focused on finances. It's funny because the earth signs, they were focused on finances, but it seemed like every area, you know, their love life really was highlighted too. Like, love really came through. So that's what happens sometimes when you really do well in one area of your life. It trickles, that positive energy trickles over to the other areas. Let's see about the divine feminine fire signs. What's going on in July for them? Okay, woo, just dreams coming true. Just nothing much. Have faith, your rainbow will come smiling through. Very nice. Okay, very happy, blissful stuff over here. Very nice. Okay, so now let's get into the hopes. doubts and fears and thoughts and feelings and all of that. Okay, so first we're going to do what the Divine Masculine's feelings are in the month of July towards the feminine for fire signs in the month of July. What are the fire signs' feelings in the month of July? We got, ooh, King of Wands. So they're feeling powerful. They're feeling themselves. They are the king. They're feeling in charge. They're feeling their energy, their leadership energy, which is really good, you know. Yeah, just feeling good. And within their, because Wands is fire and Kings are authority. They feel they have their good standards. They're full of honor and wisdom, and they feel like they're in the right place, in the right space. All right, let's see what the Divine Feminine is feeling in the month of July. This can be towards the Divine Masculine or the relationship, which is kind of its own entity sometimes, and themselves even. So what is the Divine Feminine feeling in the month of July? Okay. We got the Three of Wands. Oh, dear little fairy. They're feeling like they're looking forward. They're feeling hopeful. They're looking ahead. They're visualizing. They're feeling like this vision that I have in my head, I think I can manifest this. I can bring this forth. And it's also Wands energy, which is a lot of happy fire energy. Also, July, happy fire is like fireworks, you know. So there could be something happening on the 4th of July or the 3rd of July, since it's a 3, something like some kind of excitement. So let's see what the Divine Masculine is thinking in the month of July towards their feminines. What are you thinking? They have, ooh, pretty strength. So they're thinking they're gonna have, you know, they want to have courage. They want to have strength. They also don't want to go overboard. They want to be able to control themselves. They're very passionate. This could represent Leos too out there. There's this thought that you know, I mean, you know how when you see something cute and you think, oh, it's so cute, I just want to eat it up, you know, it's kind of like that energy, you know, it's so cute, I want to eat you up. But yeah, it's passion. It's sometimes when passion goes untamed, it can get a little wild. And so I think the Divine Masculine knows this about themselves, so they know that they need to calm it down a bit. But their feminine, see, this is to me the Beauty and the Beast symbol. The beauty, she just knows how to shine the light and to be a guidance and to be calm and be peace. And all that feminine energy, where the masculine can feel at peace with her and protective of her and use his strength to protect her, but she uses her calming ability to keep him from going to extremes. And so I think that's beautiful. Like, so that's how I think that's how he sees the connection, like that, something really beautiful and balanced, kind of like a Beauty and the Beast situation. But but in a good way. You know, to me, it's a good way. Like they balance each other in a perfect way. All right, let's see about the Divine Feminine's thoughts about the connection or their counterpart, fire signs in the month of July. Let's see, we have we have another fairy. I was thinking about the Four of Wands, actually, to be honest with you. A lot of cards came out. Ooh, the Two of Cups came out too as well. Oh man, but I feel like this is very symbolic because when this little guy came out, I thought of this one. Four of Wands, 4th of July. They're thinking love, romance, under fireworks, celebrating love. I feel like that's what they're thinking about. So that's very sweet. Okay, and let's see now, what is the Divine Masculine's hopes in the situation towards the Divine Feminine in the month of July? Ooh, they also got the Two of Cups. So they are hoping for that special bonding time, that a date. Also, Three of Cups came out too. So parties, celebrations, get-togethers. But this is definitely a one-on-one. They want the one-on-one. They want to, this feels like a date. You know, they want to look into each other's eyes. Of course, this deck, they're standing side by side. It's not the eye-to-eye contact like here, but I think it still symbolizes that. It symbolizes this kind of partnership, harmony, peace. That's what they're hoping for. All right, let's see what the hopes are for the Divine Feminine in the month of July for fire signs. And we have the Page of Coins. Very nice. So stability. Well, I think she might be hoping for a present, some kind of gift, maybe even a ring, a promise ring, or some kind of token, that token of love, a love token. What, you know, Kina was talking about how she likes it when pentacles come out in love readings, and so do I, because it makes these sort of ethereal, lovey-dovey emotions into something tangible. And I think that's why we love these kinds of gifts so much, you know, like beautiful necklaces with you know, maybe a heart on it or something like that, because it's like saying I love you in a tangible little something that you can hold on to. So I think maybe she already got the gift, but maybe she's hoping for something like that. Okay, very nice. She could be a love language of gift giving, or hers could be gift receiving. I often wonder that. It's like, if your love language gift giving, then are you also good at receiving gifts? All right, let's see now what the final actions are going to be for the fire signs, divine masculines in the month of July. What are the final actions going to be? There's a lot of positive connectivity here. It looks very sweet. Oh, temperance. See? They're like, they are mastering their balance, their moderation, they're reaching their feminines. They're going to get to the feminine, who is the one that's been keeping them in check, you know? So it's almost like the final action is seeking out their temperance. Like, her name could be, you know, Temperance or Rancy, or Lorenza, but something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like when the Strength card is working, when the feminine is helping the masculine find their balance, then then it turns into temperance. So they've turned into this peaceful, moderate, balanced, beautiful, balanced energy. It's like they found each other. Ooh, very nice. Let's see what the final action is for the Divine Feminine. Let's see, we've got, ooh, the Chariot. So yeah, some actions. I love the little kitties at the, so definitely some movement, some energy, some action. I feel like with the Divine Feminine, the feminine won't do anything necessarily unless the masculine says, come this way, I have something for you. But I think as soon as she gets the thumbs up and the go ahead, then she will meet him where, like at some kind of designated place or spot or something like that, because he's trying to really keep it. I'm not saying that they're matching up necessarily this side to this side, but I'm just saying the masculines, different from the feminines, are trying to maintain control, and the feminines will take action as long as they're generally more reserved, and they'll be more in the receiving end of energy, but they will do the action energy if they feel that it's their time, it's their turn, if they need to. And I think they might, because I think it's like an invitation, to call. It's like, come see me. All right, let's see now what your charms have to say. All right, we have a lot of characters here. Well, we have Aladdin, so he is the masculine in transition. We have the Little Mermaid, who is, she needs to speak her voice, keep her tail, be true to herself. And then this feeling like, well, Flounder is her best friend. He's always by her side and always going to help her. So she's getting some either good advice, or just she has a lot of protection around her. Also, there could be a lot of fertility here. A little spirit baby's coming through. There, yeah, definitely a lot of fertility here, and innocence and playfulness and optimism. Very sweet. Oh yes. And there could be some sexual interludes, possibly. I think yeah, a possible night under the fireworks for you guys. Okay, well, I'm gonna move on to the next. Okay, hi air signs. So air signs, what I'm doing is, in case you don't know, I'm doing this spread for the masculine and feminine, going back with his feelings, her feelings, his thoughts, her thoughts, his hopes, her hopes, his actions, her actions, back and forth like that. Male, female, masculine, feminine, not always the same thing. And using romance angels for the masculine, I'm going to say his and hers just for simplicity's sake, but definitely ignore that if you don't resonate with it, and just take what resonates. Let's get a general message here. Whoa, that was fast. So you got the masculine air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. You have your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This kind of feels like Hierophant energy, kind of like what you're used to, the customs and rituals and your upbringing, belief systems. It could be something too that you moved into more recently, like maybe you brought up a certain way, but now your spirituality is expanding a little bit differently than how you were raised, and that could affect your love life as well. All right, let's see about the Divine Feminines. What is the general message here for the Divine Feminines? Okay, you got time apart. Explore personal growth during this time of separation. This, when this comes out, I kind of sense that there's a time apart ending, not that it's beginning. And if you did your work while you were separate, if you did your personal growth during your separation, then you've achieved what you were meant to achieve. And I think now you're ready for the excitement to happen. So just remember, separation is inevitable, but what you do during separation can determine a lot about what happens next in your situation. All right, let's now see what the divine masculine, what their feelings are in the month of July towards the feminine. There's one, oh yeah, one got flipped over. Okay, divine masculines, what their feelings are. Okay, the moon came out. So the moon is kind of interesting. It's about dreams and intuition. Sometimes it's fears, but it can also represent a telepathic connection. It could represent feelings. It could also the feeling that there's something coming towards them, the unknown. The feeling could be fear of the unknown or just anticipation of some unknown event, but this sense that something is about to happen. Interesting. Okay, so let's see now what the divine feminine's feeling in the month of July towards her masculine. For air signs. Let's see. What's the divine feminine feeling? Pumpkin wants to get in on this reading. Okay. What are the divine feminine's feeling? Okay. We have the Knight of Wands. So there could be an air sign connected with the fire sign, feminines out there. They're feeling their Knight of Wands energy, this action, excitement, adventure, this feeling of maybe travel too, just wanting to do something. They feel like they want to go and try something, be daring. They want to be daring. They're feeling daring, and also they could be feeling this, their masculines out there. It represents virility and the passion and all the things that are exciting about the masculine. So maybe they're feeling really connected, and even if at a distance, even if there is distance now or coming, they definitely want to close the gap. They don't want this distance anymore, because even at a distance they feel attraction. Distance, it's like distance makes the heart grow fonder in this case, not so much out of sight, out of mind. Definitely the heart is growing fonder here. All right, so let's see now what the divine masculine is thinking in the month of July. What is the divine masculine thinking? Maybe. What is he thinking? Those air signs in July. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Thinking about travel. Oh yeah, so they also have travel on the mind, and career and beginnings. But the Wands energy is it's also represented of their virility too. It's the phallic symbol. It's feeling like aroused. Maybe also wanting to try something, feeling excited, just excited. Yeah. So the thoughts are, what would I do if I had you alone, kind of thoughts. All right, so let's see now what the divine feminine's thinking in the month of July. She's thinking 6 of Coins. Oh, she's thinking about, oh, what would I give if I had you to myself, or if we could be together. If we could be together, we would do this and this, and I'd buy this for you, and we would, she wants to give a lot and experience things and maybe spend, but I feel like this is the divine feminine wanting to express her feelings through her generosity, through her love language is like gift giving. Okay, so she's thinking of that. What would I give? What would I give to all of these waters? They understand, but they don't reprimand. So what is the divine masculine's hopes? And we have the world. They're hoping for success and rewards, a completion, a fulfillment, things coming full circle. They're hoping to see the world, a whole new world. This is getting so Disney. Okay, I'm getting the Disney energy back again, yes. And I'll be bringing out all my Disney cards again next week for our weekly messages. I was missing the Disney characters, but yeah, definitely feeling this connection to their counterpart and wanting to explore, but also like with the Ace of Wands and the world here, that always a female like striking a pose or whatever, there is a very strong sexual connection here. So let's see now what the hopes are for the divine feminine. And we have, let's see. Well, they could, let's see. All right, so we have, okay, not that one either. Maybe we're going for fears. Six of Swords, okay. Yeah. So some hopes are that they could travel, but the fear is that it won't go the way she's hoping, right? That it will be, it'll be more like a rites of passage with tests and tribulations, and not so much of this free, fun-loving, frivolous, carefree kind of energy. She wants the travel to be something lighthearted and good and beautiful and sweet, not even though the feminine here wants to, doesn't have any problem with learning and growing. She's kind of been there and done that so much. She wants to have the lighthearted energy. And even though Six of Swords is good because it's about travel and growth and moving through something and transitioning into a new place, she doesn't want that extra challenging energy. And it may not have to be challenging, but it is possible that there is that there. But this is in the hopes and fears section, so these are just her working out, that energy, that there's the hopes of traveling, the fear of it being like a test instead of just lighthearted fun. Yeah, so I think that makes sense. Okay, so let's see now what the final actions are going to be for air signs. Oh, we've got the High Priestess. Ooh. So this is more of this psychic energy. It doesn't feel like a lot of physical action, but it definitely more dream connections, secret transmissions, translations, inner voice, growth through the spiritual world. So there's a lot of growth here happening for the divine masculines, and let's not put down this spiritual connectivity, because they might have written this off and now it's coming so strong to them that they cannot write it off anymore. And it really could be the catalyst that makes this bridge this gap that they need, So a whole new world is coming through for them. Let's see about the divine feminines, air signs. What is their final action? Okay, we have 2 eights, but I'm gonna go with the 8 of Cups. So there is, see, and this is another another kind of card like the 6 of Wands, where there's movement, where there's action, where there's taking a direction, travel, but with this with a little solemnness to it. So the 6 of Swords is this rites of passage, where the 8 of Cups is this saying goodbye to something you once felt familiar, felt good, and now going to a different place, starting over, trying something new. It's scary. There is a bit of fear here with this, with transitioning and going. So initially the thoughts of being with the divine masculine are kind of exciting and fun and free and frivolous, and then the reality hits and it's almost like your belly drops, and or the feminine's got the, you know, the belly drop and realizes, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get what I want, and am I ready for this? It's gonna be a big change in my life. But so that's what the feminine is facing, but she's definitely ready to face this new world, this new beginning, this new place. Woo! Okay, let's get some charms. I got a lot here. All right, so we have, yeah, like I feel like it could be some people are moving, getting a new castle. There could be relocating. We have Lumiere. Oh yes, with fire and passion, which is kind of the driving force. There is a fairy tale energy here, and the divine masculine is in transition. He's coming to that place in his heart where he would give you freedom, or he will give the feminine freedom. He will meet her halfway when it comes to dressing up or whatever, and he will give her freedom if she needs to go. Like, he won't hold her prisoner anymore, because that's what love is. Love is freedom. This person could also, somebody here could be famous, or just, you know, famous within their social media somehow, vlogger, blogger, in front of people. They also could like to film, but or like movies and be really into the film industry somehow, some way too. Okay, you guys, well, I hope you like that, and then I'm going to move on now to finally to the water signs. So I'll see you there if you want to come with me. Also, definitely check out your counterpart's sign. Go do some cross-watching. Okay, I'll see you there. Okay, hi water signs. So I'm going to use this spread here at the back of my book, going back and forth with the divine masculine and the divine feminine, his feelings, her feelings, his thoughts, her thoughts, his hopes, her hopes, his actions, her actions. And it's what I've been doing. And if you've been with me, you know that. I'm going to use male, female, masculine, and feminine, not always the same thing. So put yourself where you see yourself. I'm going to use pronouns he and she, but definitely if that doesn't resonate, ignore that. And I'm using the romance angels for the masculines. Just a general message here for the month of July. Water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And we have, ooh, somebody's got some good chemistry here. All right, the masculine's got good chemistry with somebody. They also got true love came out too. So let's see now, general message for the feminines here for the month of July for water signs. Oopsie. Ooh, a healing connection. Nice. Your romance is a deep learning experience that will transform your life. Very sweet. Okay. So now let's go back and forth And first we'll start off with the divine masculines to see what their feelings are. What are they feeling in the month of July towards the divine feminines for water signs? Okay, what are they feeling? Ooh, we've got the High Priestess. So they're feeling quite connected in a spiritual way with their divine feminines. Also in strong admiration of the power of the feminine. Also dreaming of them and hearing an inner voice and very connected telepathically with them. There is a sense of wisdom, a higher wisdom, a higher knowledge within this connection. Okay. And the snake, I like that snake energy too, because it feels like a sensuality coming through as well. And the death where it makes me think of Scorpio. So definitely feels Scorpio energy here too. So let's see now. What is... I made my cards dirty already. Okay, let's see what the divine feminine is feeling in the month of July towards your divine masculine for the water signs. Which I am a water sign. Also, my rising sign is air, and my moon sign is earth. Oh. So we have the King of Coins, the bunny. So the feelings here are all on the divine masculine. Really feeling connected with their power and their energy and their strength and their stability and everything that represents the king, with all their surroundings, their possessions. All of that represents who they are, all the material things. And it's not that the feminine is materialistic, but she definitely sees the masculine as kind of the king of his castle, you know, in charge of his belongings, in charge of his scene. So she feels very connected to his energy and his power. Let's see what the divine masculine is thinking in the month of July towards the divine feminine. We have, ooh, Seven of Cups. Okay, so he's thinking of all the different ways. Also got the Empress. So, you know, he just really, the divine masculine, really seeing his feminine as this all woman, you know. And I think he might even think to himself, oh, why would she choose me if she has so many choices? But this could also represent the desire, the different choices that, or different ways he could go about expressing his love, or the different things that he could do. It's the choices, the instincts, the passions and extremes, and how he's going to handle the different. So let's say, for instance, the divine masculine wants to propose, you know, maybe he's even bought the ring, he's prepared it, he had that whole scene, and he got scared, or he changed his mind, or he didn't feel his worth, or maybe there's this passion that he wanted to come across and realized maybe that was being too much and going to extremes. Like, I feel like this sense of he was talking himself out of things with his mind. But I think he is going to make a choice that will stick And that's the thing with water. They don't always stick with something. They're very fluid, but with a little practice, I think they might be able to find a bit of an anchor and feel like they can stick with one thing. So the thoughts are there. The thoughts are, how am I going to approach this time? Other times something went wrong. I didn't do this right, but this time I'm going to do it differently. Yeah, so I feel like the Divine Masculine is trying something new. All right, let's see about the Divine Feminine. What is she thinking in the month of... you know what, okay, I hope this isn't too gross. Scorpios will understand. I'm a Scorpio, and we rule the skin and the blood. And so my cat was being silly. She slapped my face, scratched my arm. I was trying to shuffle the cards, and I think my blood squirted onto my brand new deck, and I was like, what's on my deck? I think there were little blood spots on my deck. Like, what? So I don't even know if that symbolizes anything, but wow. Let's go. Let me shuffle these again, because I feel like, yeah, I had too much going on in my head to get out. So what is the Divine Feminine, which I'm one of these water sign Divine Feminines. What am I thinking? Okay, this is what the Divine Feminines are also thinking about, this Pentacle energy. It's not about being materialistic or being greedy or wanting money from their man. It's about wanting the tangible, a balance. It's almost like, show me what you got, you know, like there's a lot of talk, a lot of spiritual connection, but I need a tangible, I need something a firm foundation, something that, so that the thoughts have to do with tangibility. And it came out in, I think, the Earth people, but this feeling of, no, it wasn't Earth, it was air, I think. Oh, anyway, this feeling of making two parts, two wholes making a third thing. So it could be fertility too, and it could be creation, and it also can represent like the rocks, like two perfect wholes coming together to make a bigger whole. So also threes, you know, make me think of like spirit, like the third aspect is always, it has to be sort of this spiritual guidance. You can't do it without co-creating, and sometimes you know, sometimes we don't always remember that or incorporate that, but we have to see these things as, in a sense, that we're co-creating with spirit to manifest things. So that's kind of what these three things mean to me, these three pentacles. It's creating something. These people look funny. Like, okay, so the masculine looks pretty hopeful and expectant, and he's almost like asking for acceptance. But the feminine looks a little bit judgy, doesn't she? Just a little bit judgy. And so it's about also being having an attitude of gratitude of what you already have as well. All right, so let's see now what the masculine's hopes and dreams are for this connection. What are the hopes here towards the Divine Feminine? What are the hopes? Okay, so we have the Six of Swords. Also what did I have last? I had air people. The air people had to go through this, this feeling of, or at least the feminine, this rites of passage, this transition. The fear is that it has to be such a test and a trial, and can't we just have fun, you know? But the hope is that there is going to be discoveries and exploration and learning and moving into something better. So yeah. All right, so let's see what the Divine Feminine's hopes are. All right, we've got, yes, definitely a good hope. The 10 of Pentacles or coins. So I think this is cute that we don't have like the whole family. We only have the man and the dog, but it says it all. The generations, this represents longevity, legacy, and then the pet represents the unconditional love and soulmates and spirit and the spiritual connection and inclusivity in a sense to me too. It's like everybody's included, you know. It's everyone from our pet all the way to grandpa is our experience. We're under this tree and in this land in the castle, and this is the hopes and dreams that everyone can be together, all together within the kingdom, full of love and abundance and a legacy. And it seems like the material's coming out again, but not in a bad way. It's coming out in a very, in a way that feels very stable and substantial and safe. All those things I feel that the feminine truly hopes for. Okay, so let's see now what the Divine Masculine's actions are going to be in the month of, okay. In July, the masculine is going to show balance and equality, justice. This is a win in the favor. This could represent marriage. This might not represent a big formal ceremony. It could represent justice of the peace, but it could be something that could happen here. So, but it's definitely a positive change in the direction that to bring the two of you together. So, and it's a win-win situation for sure. Okay. So let's see about the Divine Feminines. What is their final action going to be in the month of July towards their masculine? Also the Six of Swords. So, you know, this energy of, and similar to, I guess it was earth signs. Also we had the Four of Wands come out. So, and I was sensing the Four of Wands on this side for some reason, like a celebration. And I was sensing it over here too, like, okay, all right, that's what I was thinking. Justice came to me, it was like just a legal marriage. And I was thinking to myself, if it was going to be a big wedding, it would be the Four of Wands. And so this could represent a big wedding as well. And transitions and rites of passage. So I feel like there's still going to be some work to be done and some movement in a certain direction, and which could consist of, the work consists of certain tests, right? And certain trials, certain proof of loyalty or devotion, dedication, fortitude, steadfastness, all of those things. That's what this passageway is representing. But there is complete hope and happiness. And the Four of Wands also represents twin flames, and it's woo, it looks like marriage to me, you guys, but I'm going to call it a win in your favor. All right, let's see now what your cards have to say. A win-win situation. All right, you got the letter O. And, oh, yes, you're traveling on a magic carpet. And see, you got the bunny again. So fertility, but also this king energy coming through. There's a mirrored energy between the two mermaids. So feeling a lot of the same way. There could be a lot of people out there connecting with another water sign. And the castle is your happily ever after. See, you're happily ever after. Oh, that's so sweet. Well, thank you guys so much for coming by. And definitely, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up and see that little confetti party down there in the thumb. And please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. But if you are, thank you for coming back. And I will be getting into the individual zodiac signs pretty soon. So look out for that one. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.